And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go! 90 Wolf! Mike 54!
Let's go deep, tighten up! Let's go deep, tighten up! Alert 3!
What? Squeeze!
Hey, alert 3, alert 3!
80 weapons!
Hey, check 24, check 24!
Hey.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And the Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Out. Hey, wahoo! Ready, five.
Barkley. They find some open field here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long.
Chopper! Go! Come!
Now Jones. There he goes inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
54. Mike 54. Here we go. Watch the safety creep.
Ready!
On third down, Jones. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Remember with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Fitzpatrick on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Marr, up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll try to throw here. Fitzpatrick going for it all. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Check safety, check safety.
Regular. Hey, Alpha.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And all the way down to the 39. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley, 41 yards. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that? Hitting the defense hard early, and, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Leo. Gone. X3. 218. Chopper. Go.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to Gallman. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Bravo.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Operating from the gun, Jones. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants add on to their lead. Yeah, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Week 9 wrapping up here tonight at MetLife Stadium. Time to look ahead to Week 10. Thursday Night Football. We'll be heading cross-country tomorrow to get out to the Bay Area. We'll see the Chargers and the Raiders from the East Bay. The Raiders down to 4 more home games. That's it. Left in Oakland.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Check 34. 34.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
55. Check 55. Mike. And we're pretty quiet, G. We're pretty quiet. 6 guys.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 56. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check nickel.
Regular.
He's coming. We got double up. Check.
Left.
Check.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
56.
180.
56 is the mic. Hey, here we go.
Now a man who played his final season in nearby Rutgers. It's Gus Edwards. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Gus Edwards, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The toss out to Barkley. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's got to be a regular. Check.
A first down carry by Elliott. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Mike 20! Right there in the middle, 55. Give me that ball.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, switch gears.
Check 13. Regular.
Check.
Hey, zoom.
To throw is Fitzpatrick. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
New York set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Look at me. Score. Shoot.
Jones now. Throwing again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Jones on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Marquise Goodwin. As the first half is winding down. And the Giants add on to their lead. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Completes it right side to Cooper. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4.
Here we go.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
22-yard line.
Mike 56. Right here, right here. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60 or.
Give these traps. Let's go.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run it again with Barkley.
You ain't doing nothing.
And shedding through the tackle. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
On the set.
Check 55, Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Begin the go.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. That he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here we go, set, 30 base, 61, matchbox, lights. Look, squeeze. Get up. Hit it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Kill. What?
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go now. 10 logo.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's go.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Fair.
Rush in.
Now.
Second and 11. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Right there, 54, right there.
Ready.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
That's it, baby. You got push.
At their own 11-yard line.
Like 20.
Watch it, you Tighten up. Pull together.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Set, ready. 10-2 soft.
54. Get that quarterback. Head on.
Ready, go.
54.
They'll go to Barkley again.
I hope he runs a rush
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12.
Hey, Echo.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Oh, dang, punt.
Get it.
From the gun, Jones. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Mike, 50. Mike, 80. 55. Hey, Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Regular.
Switch.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick, and that's Elliott, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
3 bucks.
PPP.
They go to Elliott again. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Mike. 20. 55, Mike. I'm coming after you.
Fitzpatrick. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Flushed out right. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
Mike, 56. I'm coming after you.
Regular.
No.
On first down, Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd and 5 now. Fitzpatrick. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. 4 down.
Throwing Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, Foxtrot.
55. Right there.
Ready to go.
Operating from the gun. Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. He's going to let it fly. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Fitzpatrick now from the 50. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 99, check 99.
To the air again, Fitzpatrick. Now a desperation throw, deep down, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ready up.
Giants take over first and
Go
10
on, go on.
at their own 20-yard line.
You. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
A handoff to Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
5.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. It's Barkley on the counter, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That one complete to Elliott. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Giants, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6 and